Well, it looks like a Hollywood movie. It feels like a Hollywood movie, but it was made and produced right here in Australia. Operation Rainfall is nothing like any film made by Australian producers, and it stars some very familiar faces. Luke Sparke is the writer and director of the film, and he joins us now. Luke, welcome to the Ange, Rob and Robbo Show.
Hello, guys. Thanks for having me.
Luke, there's only one way to describe this film. It's epic.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree.
One of the complaints I've always had about Australian films is that we haven't thought big. They're always dramas, set in some country town. This is a huge film. It's got amazing effects and it's also got heart. So it's got the dramatic elements to it. How did you pull it off?
Look, we made a conscious decision early on. I mean, we're cinema goers ourselves. Everyone that wants to go to the movies. We wanted to make something big. We wanted to swing for the fence. We wanted to show and raise the bar of what can be made in this country. We financed it ourselves all independently, which means we chopped the film up into block shootings and maxed credit cards out and did everything we possibly could to...
So hang on, no Screen Australia, no government funding involved at all?
No, that's correct.
Wow.
We made a conscious decision early on that to get the size of the film we need probably wouldn't work, so we decided not to go with them, so they had no option to help us, even if they wanted to, because we just didn't go to them.
What's amazing about this is the effects. They wouldn't be out of place with a Hollywood budget and being made in Hollywood. How did you pull that off?
I mean, looking back on it, it's been 3.5 years worth of work, and I guess every day is a battle. Looking back at it now as the whole thing, I think we just had to find the right team, and Australia has a great source of talent that works on international productions like Marvel and that. To get a team together, we'd already gathered a good team, but when COVID hit and we had the lockdowns, there was people that was out of work working on the Next Door movie or a Marvel film, and they actually came to us and offered their support for an Australian film, which was really great.
That's awesome. It's one thing to have all the big special effects, and the first half hour of the movie is just simply wow. But then you have that change of gear where we get into the emotional impact. It was important to have that balance, I assume.
Yeah, look, it was really important for me to strike out and write a script that was different to things we hadn't seen before, while still keeping a very familiar tone. So once we get into the nitty-gritty of the emotional stakes, it was always interested to me to make an alien invasion film, but where you feel for maybe the other side and have a grey area, no pun intended, of sort of intergalactic species trying to work together.
Tell me about some of the cast in here, because it's a fantastic cast as well.
Yeah, I mean, we've got people like Ken Jeong and David Gillies, Timmy Morrison. So I think the script just really worked for them as well. And once we had a conversation, and I'm much more of a hands-off director when it comes to cast and really let them play with their character and allow them to explore the world. I think all that together really worked, and I was able to focus on the world building and the sort of massive story and scope.
Well, it's really interesting because to not have major financing behind you, not only is it about making the film, it's about distributing the film and marketing the film. And I have seen commercials on TV for it. So you've been able to pull off, I think, what a lot of Australian producers and directors haven't been able to pull off. Are you walking away with a sense of pride?
Yeah, look, I'm really proud of it. My sort of emotions right now is quietly confident. We've had our red carpet screening, and we've had people see it like yourself, and the feedback has been positive along the way. I would be remiss if I didn't market the film, because I'm one that's very much vocal on Australian films don't market their films enough for people to go see it. So I wanted to gather some people to help out with marketing, and I think we've done a great job. We've got bus stops and TV ads and billboards and everything that you would see in a bigger film, and I think that helps.
All right, before we let you go, give us the big pitch. Why should people see this film? What's it about?
I think you should see this film because you've seen big films come from America, but I think in this film you'll see that again on a massive scale. But these locations, the accents, the sort of where it takes place, and it transports you on this roller coaster ride across the country in this sort of alien extravaganza that you probably haven't seen before.
Yeah, and look, when you see places like Western Sydney and even the Harbour Bridge destroyed, it is, I want to say, a joy to behold. I don't mean that badly. I mean that it's nice to see something on this scale in our own backyard. Operation Rainfall is in cinemas right now. Luke, you are a legend. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, guys.